Hello and welcome to Art Attack. Are you ready to make something cool and arty? Well, how about this idea? Look at this, your very own Club Penguin Puffle that you can carry around with you wherever you go. Just remember to keep him very safe. He's so cool and very cute. Would you like to make one? Well, here's what you need to do. First, you'll need to scrunch up some newspaper and fold it into a flat circular shape. Tape it into place and then make a second one. Use the circle shape as a guide to draw your Puffle's head and hair onto a piece of cardboard. Make the hair nice and spiky. Fun, isn't it? Then ask for some help to cut this out. Place the two newspaper shapes either side to make it a Puffle sandwich. And then you're going to tape it all together. Then you'll need a paper clip. Slot it into place at the top like this. Fantastic. Now cover the whole thing with Art Attack paste and newspaper so it holds your paperclip in place. Once it dries, draw on your Puffle's eyes and mouth shape ready for painting. Paint his eyes white, then his mouth a dark green, and orange for his tongue. Finally, paint the rest of your Puffle a nice bright green. When the paint is dry, outline the eyes and mouth details with a black pen. For the handle, thread a piece of string through the paperclip and tie a knot at the other end. Take a lolly stick that you've already painted the same green colour as your Puffle and stick the thread down with some glue and finally trim off the extra string. Excellent! Yip, 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 yippee! And here he is, our finished cheeky little Puffle. Look, perfect. And what about this one over here? Look, it's a pink Puffle. Oh, and this time she's very shy. Yeah, I'm really shy. And she's so cute. Have a look at this blue Puffle. Wow! Now you can go down here. Now wait there. Yippee! Try it yourself. Have fun making and designing your very own Puffle to carry around with you. But just make sure you look after him or her. Remember, there are plenty more great ideas to make with Art Attack on Disney Junior. Goodbye. Catch Art Attack every day on Disney Junior UK. Start exploring. Go to clubpenguin.com.
All fantastic Art Attacks. And do you know what? That design, drawing around circular objects, has given me a fantastic idea. You need a large round tray or plate and just place part of it just over the edge and then draw around it like that, so you get this smooth curve, nice smooth curve, and then just place the tray on the left-hand edge like that, and again draw a curve so that it's touching the first curve, like that, and then place your tray up top there, like that, and again there with another curved line, and I bet you can't guess what I'm going to do next. Join those lines with yet another line. Get a smaller circle, this time maybe a smaller plate, and just place that like that, and do the same again, in there, and there, like that. And the idea is to cut that out, and that out, so that you have a funky shape. Now, to make it even more funky, you need to glam it up in a really garish, groovy way. So, use a pencil to draw on a wacky, wavy design. You don't have to be neat or anything, just make it as weird and wonderful as you can. Yes, I'm just going to do wobbly lines down there like that, and again, you'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. It really is a good effect. I think one in there and one there, like that. And once you've drawn on your design, paint it using real crazy colours. Use poster or acrylic paint, but make sure you use nice bright colours. I'm just going to paint a couple of these sections here to show you. One in there, like that, and again, another nice bright colour. In the next section, I think we'll go for the red there, in there, like that. Just follow those curvy, wavy lines. You'll end up with something that looks like that. Look at that. And you can do them in any colour and pattern you like, and they look fantastic hanging up on the wall. You could try a zigzag pattern, Or how about this one? Lots of little circles. I think they look like bubbles, don't they? And this one was made using a saucer and a small mug, so it's a lot smaller.
Ready.
Steady.
Shake!
This is Fun Fingertips Coconut Palm Tree Maze. Now, the aim of the game is to race your mates and shake your coconut down through the palm tree, and the first one to reach the bottom will be the winner. Caught in the palm.
Best of three?
Maybe later. A loser. If you would like to have a go at making a coconut palm tree maze, you need to eat quite a few pots of this stuff. Yoghurt. As the palm tree trunk is made up of lots of empty yoghurt pots. We think that 9 makes a good sized tree, but you can go as high as you want. Now, to allow the coconut to travel down through the palm tree maze, you need to pierce a hole in the bottom of each yoghurt pot with a sharp pencil. Now, this bit is a little bit tricky, and that's why we've given it a fingertips difficulty rating of 3.
And which is why Stephen has to do it.
Quite right.
Yes.
There you go.
OK, you need to make the hole a bit bigger. So choose a pair of scissors and just chop round. And it's a good idea to make the holes in different positions in each yoghurt pot, so that when you drop your coconut through the top, it doesn't just fall straight through and actually has to be shaken through a maze of holes. Now, let's just have a little look, see if the coconut will fit. By the way, the coconut is a little bead and it should drop through just like that. Now, once you've put a hole in each of your yoghurt pots, you want to build up your trunk, just stick them together, make sure they're evenly spaced, and you'll notice that it gives an authentic bend as well. Stick all the yoghurt pots together except for one of them.
Thank you, Stephen, I need that. Now, to make this look like a more realistic palm tree, it needs leaves for that extra rustle on top. So cut out a basic leaf shape in crepe paper, fold that in half, and then use some scissors to fringe the edges. Like that. Now, cut a pipe cleaner a little bit longer than your leaf. We think green is best, as it looks like part of the leaf. And then paint the back of your pipe cleaner with a little bit of glue. You don't need too much, because you're going to stick your crepe paper leaf onto the pipe cleaner, and the crepe paper is pretty thin. So leave a little bit of pipe cleaner at one end, and once it's dried, you can bend it into shape like this. And to attach the leaves to your yoghurt pot, it's a good idea to cut out some small holes around the top. And then you can push the pipe cleaner through those holes, bend it up on the inside and secure it in place with some sticky tape. Now, space your leaves evenly around the top yoghurt pot, like that, and you secure them in place in the same way, and that should sit nicely on the top of your tree trunk. Just stick it on as you did with the others.
I think it's a really good game, you know. Now, you can leave it unpainted, which does have its advantages, because you can see the coconut as you are moving it through the maze of holes. But if you are going to paint it, then a top tip is this, that you should paint the pots before you stick them together, and you should, remember, use a bit of PVA glue so the paint will stick to the pots.
Ready?
Steady. Shake!
Not you, the tree.
Oh.
Crisp and delicate, yet explosively chilling sensation. What about yours, Stephen?
The aroma of a summer's day, an infusion of creaminess and subtlety to indulge all the senses.
Oh, delicious. Oh, sorry, excuse me, must be the fizz.
This is Food Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you something that's fun to make and great to taste.
And these stripy ice cocktails not only look great, but they're bursting with flavour to tempt any taste buds. How cool is this? Your favourite footy team's colours in a drink made from frozen fizzy pop.
Looks good, but what about this one? A deliciously stripy ice cocktail with all the trimmings, made from frozen fruity yoghurt. And do you know, they're so simple to make, we've given them a Fingertips difficulty rating of 1. Easy.
So, grab yourself some ice cube trays and some coloured drink, because that's all you need to make a stripy ice cocktail like this one. Oh, and you need a freezer. So start by getting your fingertips on the 2 bottles of coloured drink. I'm going to go for red and blue, and using an ice cube tray for each colour, carefully fill all of the spaces. So once you've filled both trays, you can pop them into the freezer, open it up, and then you need to wait for your ice cubes to freeze. In they go. And once they have frozen, take them out, shut the freezer up, and now you need to put the ice cubes into freezer bags and use 1 freezer bag for each colour. Just tip them in like that. Make sure you get them all out of the ice cube tray. And then you need to crush the ice, and the best way to do this is to use a rolling pin and give them a bash. A bit noisy. And once both bags of ice are crushed like this, find yourself a long glass, and now you need to layer the ice. So put in a little bit of blue first, not too much. There we are, just a little bit. And some red. Remember, you've got to work fairly quickly because the ice melts fast. A bit of red, a bit more blue, and keep going until you've filled the glass.
Now, if you're like me, a bit of a smoothie, yeah, you could make a yoghurty ice cocktail. Now, you make it in exactly the same way, but instead of using drink, you use 2 different flavoured yoghurts. And you spoon it into your ice cube trays, and then you freeze them. Let's just put a tiny bit more in, just to fill it to the top. There we go. That looks delicious. Good enough to drink.
Not so fast, Stevie. Cocktail isn't a cocktail without some decorative swizzle sticks and funky, sparkly stirrers and plenty of decorations like these. Now, to make a decorative fan swizzle stick like this one, what you need is 2 strips from an A4 sheet of paper and a wooden skewer. Now, first of all, you might need to trim the wooden skewer down to size to fit your glass like that one. Then fold your strips of paper into a concertina. Folding this way, turn it over and fold it back on itself, and keep going. Take your time doing this until both strips of paper look something like this. And now you need to stick them to either side of the wooden skewer, and the best way to do this is to use some double-sided sticky tape. So stick that on that side of the skewer, bend it round and stick it in place there, and do the same on the other side. Stick that at the top, bend it round and fix it at the bottom. So there you've got yourself a very nice decorative fan swizzle stick. I'm going to pop that into my drink. We've also made some sparkly cocktail stirrers just by tying bits of tinsel to the end of a wooden skewer. So I'll have one of those in my drink as well. And I've strung on some coloured beads to some thread and tied those to the end of a wooden skewer. And these lovely beads match my drink.
And here is a brilliant idea. Have a look at this stuff. It's called edible glitter, and you can get it from most catering shops. And what you do is you just sprinkle it onto your cocktail to jazz it up. It looks fantastic. And you can even make glitter ice cubes like we've got here. Let's just pop one on there.
Lovely. Pop in a couple of straws and your ice cocktails will be complete. So have a go at tantalising your taste buds with the Fingertips Stripey Ice Cocktail. Cool. Now, I know I don't need to say this, but do take out your sparkly stirrers and swizzle sticks before you have a drink. Don't want to do yourself any damage.
Quite right.